So today we're going to continue working on our animal research project. So far we've selected the animals that we want to research and we formed our small groups. So now what we want to do is take the resources that we found regarding our animal and use the information that we read to create jot notes that we'll use later for our presentation. Below you'll see that I've gathered some information about the horned owl, compliments of National Geographic. So I go through the material and I read what it has to say. So down below, you'll see that this says, the great horned owl is the most common owl in the Americas, easily recognizable because of the feather tufts on its head. These plumicorns resemble horns, or to some, cat-like ears. So I look at that sentence and it's quite lengthy and it's not in my own words. So what I really want to do is read it over again and figure out what it is I've learned by reading this statement. And what I've learned is that owls have something called plumicorns, which are basically tufts of hair that are where I would find the ears, roughly in the ear area of an animal. So what I'm going to do with that information is I'm going to make myself a jot note regarding it so that I can remember it for later. And by doing so, when I go to rewrite it, it'll end up in my own words. So the new term that I've learned is plumicorns. And I know from reading they are tufts of hair on the ear area. And that'll just help me remember for later what that term was. And it also helps answer the questions where we've come up with our questions regarding our animal. What do they look like? This is one of the features that describe to me what that animal looks like. And let's go back and read a little bit more of our research. We're going to jump down a paragraph and take a look down here where it says, the birds nest in tree holes, stumps, caves, or in the abandoned nests of other large birds. So I know I have a question that's regarding where do these animals live or where do they create their nests? And this statement is telling me where they create their nests. So again, I want to take that information and I want to condense it down so that it's a short jot note that I can refer back to later and just create a short jot note so that when I do reuse it, it ends up in my own words. So it said that they used tree holes, stumps, caves, or abandoned nests. So this is just a quick overview on how to write a jot note. Read a chunk of the material, a small chunk, something you can retain. Look at it, determine what it is that you understand about what they said, and condense it down to a brief phrase so that you can use it later in your own words.